Well, in case you've been under a rock, we've all heard about the arrest of Keefe D. Um, there's been a lot of what's been said. We know that he's the only one allegedly alive that was in that car, but TMZ had a conversation with Suge Knight, and Suge Knight gave his opinion on the situation, and he also said what he wouldn't do. Let's check out what Suge Knight had to say about this whole situation. We'll come right back.
Keefe D.
Well, surprise number one, because I didn't think Keefe D would never get arrested. Nor do I want to see him get arrested. You know, let's get one thing straight, first and foremost. You know, me and Keefe D played on the same Pop Warner football team. And whatever the circumstances, if he had an involvement with anything, if he didn't have any involvement with anything, who want to see, I wouldn't wish somebody going to prison on my worst enemy.
The DA says that Keefe D was in the car with his nephew, and that presumably his nephew, according to the DA, is the one that shot Tupac, and that it was done with the full knowledge of Keefe. Do they have it right?
There was only two people in the car. And Pac not going to tell the story. I ain't going to tell the story, but I tell you this. And I never had nothing bad to say about Orlando because, number one, he wasn't the shooter. Number two, he came to my hearing and told to let me go and told the truth. They still didn't let me go.
If you are called to testify in this case,
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Well, number one, because I'm not going to get on the stand and testify on somebody for what?
They seem to be saying that Orlando was the shooter and Keefe was in on it, that he had full knowledge of what was going down, and it was revenge for Orlando getting beaten up by Tupac and his team at the MGM after the Tyson fight. Is that correct?
No.
Then who shot Tupac?
It wasn't Anderson, so that's all I got to say about that part.
To summarize, you are saying Orlando was not the shooter, although you won't say who the shooter was. You are not saying whether Keefe was involved in any way in the shooting. And you are saying that if you're called to testify by either side, you will not comply, you will not testify. Do I have that right?
1,000%. I wouldn't go, I wouldn't testify, none of that.
This case is over 27 years old. The police been knew what happened, and it's just crazy. Like this is for me in my era. This is just a bunch of old men they're just breaking all the codes and the rules that they was a part of. There was never supposed to be any talking at all. Suge is not going to testify against him while he's sitting in jail with all those Bloods and all those Crips, because that could cost him his life. Unless they're going to put him in protective custody and he's going to get out of jail. And I think he's more concerned about his image than anything. Tupac has been dead for 27 years. Tupac's mother is dead. Everybody that was in the car is dead. And Suge came out and said that he wouldn't wish jail on Keefe D. He wouldn't wish him to be in jail. So I don't know. I think that, in my opinion, I think that Keefe D knows something that we don't know. Everything is just not out the bag, because I don't think that he would be just this stupid to just go on there and speak in the manner in which he was speaking to get locked up. Now, I did hear one video where Keefe D said he had cancer and he just wanted the truth to get out. I heard him say that too. So, we don't know. But I also heard Suge Knight say it was only two people in the car and the shooter wasn't Baby Lane. But he also didn't speak about Keefe D being in the car. And he's the only person that can really be an eyewitness to who was in the car, because he looked over in the car. He was in the car with Tupac when Tupac got shot. But he was saying that if they call him to testify, he won't be testifying. So this stuff, man, I would say this to a lot of you young people out there: stop gossiping. If you ain't in the streets, you ain't living in the street life, this stuff ain't none of your business. You know, live your life, man. Stay away from the streets because this is the flip side to the game. You got ex gangbangers talking too much online, breaking all kinds of codes. It's just a whole bunch of stuff, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that night, a lot of people ain't gonna like it, but Tupac dropped the ball. Tupac messed up, man. Tupac jumped in the middle of gangbanging business. Tupac was an exceptional rapper and came from a black revolutionary family. You know, Tupac came from the Shakurs, and Tupac was a rapper. He wasn't a blood or a crip. When there was a discrepancy about a chain being snatched and Tupac went and jumped on Baby Lane, he inserted himself into something that he should have never inserted himself into, and he got dealt with the way that they did, the way that gangbangers deal with stuff, man. I'm an OG from the block, man. How old was I? I was 21 in 1996. Tupac was 25. I'm telling you, he got involved in something that he should have never got involved in, and it cost him his life, man. It cost him his life, and it was a sad thing. But that's just, man, the streets, man, especially back then, the streets is unforgiving, and that's just the way it was. But I'm gonna cut it short here. Leave your comments in the comment section, man. Let me know what you guys think, and remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.